Good morning and welcome to Manatee Memorial Hospital, to this great day for our new residents. I feel like I should be making some Supreme Court announcement up here today because healthcare has been such in the news lately, but no Supreme Court announcement. That was yesterday. Today is something much more important. Today is the introduction of our PGY1s for 2012 to Manatee Memorial Hospital. So first of all, I want to welcome everybody in the community, all the hospital employees, volunteers, physicians, family members. I hear we have some family members here today that have joined us today to celebrate our second class of PGY1 Family Practice, Internal Medicine, and Rotating Residents here at Manatee Memorial. We call this a white coat ceremony. The white coat ceremony is a relatively new ritual in medical schools and residencies. It is the formal cloaking of students in white coats. The coats physicians have traditionally worn over 100 years, and other health professionals have adopted. This might be the last time you will see the white coat because after today you will be thrusted into the work world of medicine. While the initial purpose of the white coat was to protect the patient and the physician from cross-contamination, it has been a symbol of authority, science, hope, and the art of healing. By establishing this meeting ritual at the beginning of their residency, we hope residents will become aware of their responsibilities from the first day of training. The ceremony is intended to impress upon the prime meaning of the doctor-patient relationship. We hope this helps encourage you to enter into a psychological contract in which you accept the obligations inherent in the practice of medicine, to be a scientist, to be compassionate, and to lead lives of integrity to represent Manatee Memorial Hospital for the next 3 years as residents and the next 30 years in your career. We have graduates here from all over the world. This is like the Olympics here today. We have Florida Gulf Coast University, Miami, University of Nevada, India, Taiwan, Uzbekistan, Algeria, all over the world. So this is different from last year's class. We did have somebody from China last year. I apologize. Moving forward as we grow our residency program. Residents, you have a wonderful adventure ahead of you, as well as great responsibilities. You will work hard, and everyone in this room will make sure that that happens. You will have the thrill of hearing the patient say, "You changed my life." It is important to take care of yourself to be able to take care of others properly. You will seek mentors to help you, and as you look around this room, there are plenty of volunteers waiting for that opportunity. Becoming a doctor is not just a job, it is a calling. A doctor is always a doctor, day or night, sometimes late night, white coat or no white coat. Your primary obligation is always to the patient. So as we move forward today with today's ceremony and celebration, I'm going to leave you with a quote that I often use with my own children from Mark Twain. And I want you to remember this as you go through your training. And it says, "I have never let my schooling interfere with my education." Best of luck and congratulations as you move forward in Manatee Memorial Hospital. Now, I'd like to do some acknowledgments to the crowd, and then I'm going to have Dr. Cooper up, and we'll do some white coat ceremony. First, acknowledgments. Dr. Cooper, Dr. Kathy Cooper, Director of Medical Education. Dr. John Peters. Dr. John Peters, who is the Program Director of Internal Medicine. Dr. Ronald Grubb, who is the Director of Family Practice. Karen Koster, who is the Manager of the Graduate Medical Education. Karen? We have a few house attendings in the room, and I'm looking around. I do see Dr. El Mazri. Do we have any others? Have we found Dr. Hernandez so far?
No, he's in Miami.
All right. This year we're going to have some additional teaching attendings that will be on staff, and I think as the program grows, we're going to see just new and exciting, innovative new ways to do things throughout the hospital. Oh, Dr. Narasim, Dr. Conan, very nice to see you. Dr. Floyd, how are you? Okay. So your attendings are all here waiting to get you to work. We have some other distinguished guests here from the city of Bradenton, our mayor, Wayne Poston. Mr. Poston. Our chair of the Manatee County Commission, John Chappie. John, in the back, thank you. Our county commissioner, Carol Whitmore. Carol. The president of the Manatee Chamber of Commerce, Bob Bartz. Bob, thanks for showing up. We have the director of the Manatee County Health Department and also our board member, Jennifer Bensey. Dr. Bensey, excuse me. We have representatives from LECOM, Dr. Chet Evans and Dr. Larry Bunnell. And we have some representatives from Lakewood Ranch Medical Center. We have Jim Wilson, the CEO, and Linda Wedra from Lakewood as well. Thanks for coming over. Okay. At this time, I'm going to have Dr. Cooper come on up. All righty. Would you like to recognize?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. All right.
All right, before we get started with the white coats for our incoming first-year class, I would like to recognize our inaugural class, who will now be our senior class. And I'm going to start with our internal medicine residents. These will be our second years, and they will be the go-to people in-house for all these first years sitting up here. So we have Dr. John Snyder, Dr. Tian Davis, Dr. Billy Evans, Dr. Lisa Shannon, Dr. Derek DeWitt, and Dr. Rebecca Workman. All right, at this time I'd like to bring Dr. Ronald Grubbs up. He is our Family Practice Program Director. And we're going to start with our family practice trackers. So these are the interns that will be starting who will stay with us for the full 3 years, and at the end will have their residency completed in family medicine and osteopathic medicine. So we will start with Dr. Krista Dowdle. Dr. Dowdle is from New Milford, Connecticut. She completed her undergraduate studies in biomedical engineering from the University of Miami, which is my alma mater, and graduated from Nova Southeastern University College of Osteopathic, which is also osteopathic medicine, which is also my alma mater. So that's Dr. Dowdle. Next, we have Dr. Christina Henry. Dr. Henry is from Chennai, India. She completed undergraduate studies in education in India and graduate studies in public administration and healthcare from the University of Nevada. She graduated from Touro University, Nevada College of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. Caroline Jackson. Dr. Jackson is from Metairie, Louisiana. She completed undergraduate studies in biology from Tulane University, graduate studies in medical science from Drexel University, and is a graduate from Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. Allison Koss. Dr. Koss is from Indianapolis, Indiana. She completed undergraduate studies in biology from Indiana University and graduated from Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine. All right, moving on to the internal medicine side, Dr. John Peters, Program Director, is going to come up and do the honors. We're going to start with Dr. Joel Baker. Dr. Baker is from Key West, Florida. I think that's where Dr. Hernandez is headed. He completed undergraduate studies in psychology from Florida Gulf Coast University and graduated from Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. Henry Chen. And I already told him I was going to mess this up. Dr. Chen is from Hangzhou, Taiwan. He completed undergraduate studies in business management, finance, computer science from North Carolina State University and graduated from Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. Amy Chung. Dr. Chung is from Taipei, Taiwan. She completed undergraduate studies from the University of St. Thomas in Texas, graduate studies in biomedical sciences from the University of North Texas, and is a graduate of Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine. All right, and Dr. Felix Grudsky. Dr. Grudsky is from Samarkand, Uzbekistan. He completed undergraduate studies in mathematics from DePaul University and graduated from Chicago College of Osteopathic Medicine of Midwestern University. All right, and next we'll be introducing our traditional rotating interns. These are our first years that will be spending 1 year with us and going on to other residencies away from here. And we're hoping to get a few of them to stay along with us and move into the second year. So we'll see what happens. So I'm going to turn that over to Doctor.
You did that this morning.
Doctor. Anyone see spies like us? Never mind. Okay. Kevin DeLallo.
Okay, we're going to start with, well, first of all, a little housekeeping. When you go to CEO school, the first thing they teach you in CEO school is that when your wife's in the house, always introduce your wife, right? So the wife is in the house, she's in the back, so Joanne, if you just want to acknowledge, all right? All right. Traditional rotating interns, Dr. Lauren Fraser. Dr. Fraser is from Atlanta, Georgia. She completed undergraduate studies in biology at Furman University and graduated from Lincoln Memorial University, the Busk College of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. Dylan Mercury. Dr. Mercury is from Miami, Florida. Completed undergraduate studies in microbiology and cell science from the University of Florida, Gator, and graduated from Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. Stephen Moylan. Dr. Moylan is from Waukegan. I had it. I was there. It just hit me. Waukegan, Illinois. He completed undergraduate studies at Arizona State University, graduated from Western University of Health Sciences of Osteopathic Medicine. Dr. Sabine Wynn. Dr. Wynn is from Vienna, Austria, and I need to find out more about that when we have a chance, okay? She completed undergraduate studies from the University of California in microbiology and graduated from Touro University, Nevada College of Osteopathic Medicine. And Dr. Sadiq Mirza. Dr. Mirza is from Oran, Algeria. He completed undergraduate studies at Virginia Commonwealth University in biomedical engineering and graduate studies in physiology from the Medical College of Virginia. He graduated from Western University of Health Sciences of Osteopathic Medicine. And last but certainly not least, Dr. Courtney Thomas. Dr. Thomas is from Aurora, Illinois. She completed undergraduate studies in biochemistry from North Central College, graduate studies in biomedical sciences from Midwestern University, and graduated from Chicago College of Osteopathic Medicine at Midwestern University. And I present to you this year's PGY1 residents at Manatee Memorial Hospital. Ladies and gentlemen. I think you can, well, I guess we took pictures, so do you want them to can remain standing, or?
You have one more now.
All right, go right ahead.
Okay. All right. At this time, I want to go ahead and announce our chief residents for next year. Typically, the way that works is their fellow residents in their program vote on who the chief will be, and it's typically done for a senior year. Well, we haven't been here long enough for a senior year, so our senior year is our second year. So the decision was not made by the peers, but by our medical education committee and those members. And so I'm proud to announce our chief resident for internal medicine. Well, I'm going to have Dr. Peters come up so he's ready. Karen's got the lab coat. Our chief resident for PGY 2-year for internal medicine is Dr. Billy Evans. All right, Dr. Grubble, if he'll come up. And our chief resident for family medicine for our PGY 2-year is Dr. Derek DeWitt. So they get to not only see residents, take call, but then they have a lot of other administrative duties for which they do out of the kindness of their hearts. So we look forward to your leadership this year, and thank you for your leadership up to this point. And do we have any further announcements?
I'd like to, if we could just have any family and friends. I mean, this is a long journey to get to this point, and I know we have a lot of family and friends in the audience today, so if you could just stand up for a second, just acknowledge yourself from the standpoint of who you're attached to. I mean, I think it's very important. If you could just give us a little stand up. Thank you so much. We certainly appreciate you coming to the ceremony, but also we certainly appreciate you developing these fine young men and women. So thank you so much. All right, and we have some snacks in the back that Vernon's pointing to, so don't forget the snacks and some food in the back. Enjoy. Let's get to know everybody, and thanks again for coming today, and let's have a great weekend. Thanks again. Bye.
We're at Manatee Memorial Hospital today as we are introducing our new residents for 2012. I'm standing here with Dr. Allison Koss. Can you tell us what your specialty will be and what you're looking forward to doing in the future?
Yes, I am going to be a family practice resident here at Manatee Memorial Hospital, and I'm looking forward to all of the wonderful things they have here at Manatee. There's a lot of technology here at Manatee, a lot of good surgeries, a lot of good specialists to learn from, and I feel like it's going to be a great learning experience.
Wonderful. Where did you do your undergraduate education, and what was your major?
I went to Indiana University, Bloomington. I'm originally from Indianapolis, Indiana, and I studied biology and outdoor recreation and education and French.
And maybe for the people that will be watching this, if you were to encourage someone to enter the medical field, what would you say is the commitment, maybe in time and study and all, for a person that's interested in being a doctor?
Well, it's a long road, but it's worth it. It definitely takes commitment and motivation, and passion. You have to be passionate about it, and not everyone knows exactly what they want to go into at first, and I think most medical students kind of discover what their idea of what they want to go into as a specialty kind of evolves as they're in medical school going through rotations. So sometimes it changes, sometimes people know exactly what they want to do, but it's always fun to explore and go through all the different rotations and specialties, and then when you find kind of what's meant for you, for me it found me. So family practice is where I'm meant to be, and I'm very happy with my choice.
And on a personal note, maybe you could tell us, those of us that have lived in this community a long time, what do you think about our area and the possibility of living here in Bradenton?
I like it. I have family on the other side of Florida, on the Atlantic coast, so this is my first time on the Gulf Coast. It's pretty warm and humid here, and then Tropical Storm Debbie came, but I like it. It's very sunny, and it's nice seeing palm trees. I did my medical education at LECOM in Erie, Pennsylvania, so it's a nice change from the snow and ice, so I think that it's going to be great here. Yeah.
Well, it's good to have Dr. Allison Koss with us here today, and welcome, and all the best to you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Dylan Mercury, he is from the Miami area, so welcome up to the west coast of Florida. A little bit of a difference in the way we are climatically, but I guess this is a little bit of an adjustment. Tell us what you are going to be doing in your career aspirations.
I'm doing a transitional intern year. After that, I'm trying to do emergency medicine, and I've been here the last 4 years, and I really enjoy the town. I enjoy the community, and I wanted to stay here another year.
Great. What prompted your interest in emergency medicine?
The variety that you get to see, the fact that every day is something different, and it's there, you get it done, you're over.
Well, I think also for most people, because of the fact that they have watched television and seen the interaction, even though it's an actor setup, it's still kind of exciting to see what happens with trauma and accidents and just the everyday give and take with patients. Where did you do your undergraduate work?
At the University of Florida.
I had to say that because I knew that, and go Gators. Kathy was talking about all her Miami Hurricane things, so I had to get the Gator in here. Look at her. And you're hoping to do anything specific in emergency medicine, or just a general internship?
Eventually, I'm thinking I'm going into critical care. Yeah.
One of the things that I think the public might ask you is, particularly with in emergency medicine, was there something just in your personality or the way in which you were brought up that made you interested in this, or made you feel like you could accept the excitement and remain calm in a setting like this, or is it just innately in you to do that?
Yeah, like the all the action. My father was a stuntman growing up, so I was just kind of always into it.
Good.
I like the excitement.
Well, great. This is Dr. Dylan Mercury. Welcome.
Thank you.
This is Dr. Krista Dowdell. So how does it feel to be called Dr. Dowdell now?
Still kind of amazing, but I'm pretty happy about it.
Well, I think after you study this long and work this hard, it's kind of nice to finally hear that and feel like that all of the effort is paying off, and you're now finally at the point of being able to do that. I realize that in the intern world that you're still not making all the money you want to make, but at least you get the doctor in front of it. Can you tell us what you did for your undergraduate work?
I studied at University of Miami. I studied biomedical engineering down there.
We got some hurricanes here, I see. Kathy must have enjoyed interviewing. Dr. Cooper is from the University of Miami as well, so she must have seen a lot of the people from the University of Miami coming through. Can you tell us what your specialty will be?
I'm going to do the family practice.
And what all goes into family practice medicine?
It's pretty much a lot of outpatient care, but really dealing with the whole person and addressing all different parts of their lives, which is kind of why I wanted to go into it, really to deal with every part and try and help the people. So,
what prompted you and your interest in healthcare?
I actually didn't decide to go into medicine until halfway through college. I was studying engineering, decided I really didn't like engineering. I did a little bit of research and it just wasn't for me, being in a lab and doing that type of thing, and did some volunteering in a hospital and really liked dealing directly with the patients. So decided, for the long run of my life, that might be what I want to do.
And if there was a student or someone interested in a career in the future, what would you say to them about the possibility of a career in medicine?
I think it's really doable for anyone. You just really have to want to do it. It's a lot of work, but if you love what you're doing, it makes it definitely worth it.
Dr. Krista Dowdell. This is Dr. Joel Baker. As I'm introducing the different residents, they're kind of excited about hearing their name said that way.
Absolutely. It's I introduced myself as a doctor for the first time a couple weeks ago, and it's a different experience getting a reaction from people I meet. Yeah.
So what does it mean to have completed all of your undergraduate work and some graduate studies, and you're finally here to begin your residency program, and it's kind of the time that I guess people would say it's getting in and doing the work. How does it feel to finally be at this point?
It feels extremely exciting. I mean, it's an amazing experience to be actually able to do the work that we've learned over the past 4 years, or 8 years really, and to finally be able to put in practice what we've learned is really exciting.
And your specialty will be?
Internal medicine.
And what all is encompassed in internal medicine?
Internal medicine is really organ specific. You get to learn the pathophysiology of each organ in particular and how that relates to other organs in the body. So you get to learn biochemistry and the pathophysiology of each organ.
Great.
Yeah.
And where did you do your undergraduate work and your college studies?
Florida Gulf Coast University down in Fort Myers.
So you're used to our coastline, not too. You just kind of moved north a little bit.
Yeah, I'm actually from Key West, so I moved to Miami first, and then Fort Myers, Sarasota, and now I'm here.
Wow. Heading north. Well, it's a little bit further each way. What would you say to young people that perhaps are interested in a medical career? Is it something that is still, you hear a lot of negatives these days about all the time it takes, and you just feel like you never get out. Has it been worth it to you to get this far?
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in the past couple years, being on rotations, working with patients directly is very rewarding to actually be able to do the work and to get reactions back from patients that you've made a difference, and that's what I'm doing it for.
Wonderful. Dr. Joel Baker. We're at Manatee Memorial Hospital enjoying visiting with some of our new residents. Today is our white coat ceremony when these outstanding young men and women are achieving a particularly special plateau in their lives, and we're going to just visit with them just briefly along with our Chief Executive Officer, Mr. Kevin DeLallo. I'm going to start with Dr. Mercury, who is to my right here. This is Dr. Dylan Mercury. Can you tell me what this day means to you?
It's an important day for me. I'm finally called doctor, and I'll be starting my career and finally making a paycheck.
Well, those paychecks are awfully important, but does the current environment of healthcare make you a little bit nervous about all of that, or are you okay with that?
No, I'm pretty sure that it will all work out in the end, and we'll be taken care of. So
I think the newer doctors are all looking for contract medicine and a little bit more security in the way they do it.
Yeah, absolutely. There'll be a lot more health care. There's going to be a lot more insured people, a lot more people to take care of. I'll be sure there'll be plenty of work to go around.
Well, I think we're in capable hands there. And this is Dr. Courtney Thomas. Welcome.
Thank you.
And what are you going to be doing in your residency?
I'm a traditional intern right now. I'm trying to figure out exactly what I want to do in the future, and hopefully this program will help me do that.
Well, I think that's an interesting aspect of it, because I think often people think that you've done your undergraduate work and you already have just everything determined about what you want to do, and then you get in there and you find all of these different aspects of medicine that are appealing to you. So this program allows you the options of doing several different types of rotations until you are able to select the one you want. Is that correct?
That is correct, and I was between a few different fields. I liked a lot of different things in medical school, so I couldn't really decide at that point, so that's what brought me here.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Mr. DeLisle, what do you think of your new residents at Manatee Memorial?
Just proud to have them here. As we all know, we're going to need more primary care physicians in our community and in our nation, and I think this is a great start to have them start here at Manatee Memorial and get some excellent training.
And any advice to them for their coming year?
just keep yourself healthy and keep yourself have the ability to take care of others. I think it's important that they're here in our community and then become part of the community. I think that's one of the messages that we'll have today is you'll see a lot of community leaders here, and I think it's important that they become part of the community.
Well, I think we're all very proud of this group of new doctors that we have here and proud of this program. So we're excited to see what the next year brings us. So thank you for joining us today.